Here we go then. Welcome to a brand new show that is all about dance and electronic music. I'm Danny Howard, that is Duvall, and this show is called Planet B. We'll get on to what Planet B is in just a second, but all you need to know for now is it's about bringing friends together to have a good old gossip about club culture.
That's right, Danny. Every episode will be joined by a few of our dance music mates, and we're going to be talking about everything in the dance music industry, from the good, the bad, and definitely the ugly.
The ugly, yeah. No one here. Joining us for episode 1, which is very exciting, we have got, in no particular order, but ladies first, obviously, producer, singer, songwriter, a one-woman band, I think it's fair to say. You do it all. It's Bklava, everyone. And the new king of Scotland, move over Calvin Harris. Yeah, fair to say. Mr. Tell Me Something Good, Ewan McVicar. And the Yorkshire cheeky chappies, producer Sam wrote that line.
Yeah.
Gosha and Harvey Prospa. Now, we start usually by doing drinks, don't we?
We do, but considering it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, we're going to hold off on the hard stuff and just introduce you to something a bit more light-hearted. So Danny's thought of a few little options for each and every one of you.
Yeah, we've got tea and cake as well. We thought that was more appropriate for the morning, but we wanted to make you feel at home, so we got get the first one first.
There we go.
Bklava for Bklava.
Yeah.
Of course. I never had this. Actually, I thought I never had this, but my girlfriend Amara says that I had in Turkey once. So
it's great stuff.
I mean, we only got it so you can tell us about the name. I'm assuming they're connected.
Yeah, I mean, I've had.
It's like a prize.
Yeah.
You can hold that the whole.
It is a prize. Yeah, it's one of my favourite desserts. I grew up eating a lot of baklava when I was young. My family, I'm half Lebanese, so all of my mum's side. It's from Lebanon, and yeah.
This one's from Streatham, actually.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. I worked a bit in Streatham, so that's got some connection there as well. But yeah, it's just a good sweet pastry dish from the Middle East.
You're actually named after the pastry dish.
Yeah.
What is it?
I love
in
desserts.
What's in it?
It's like pistachio, like phyllo pastry, shredded pastry. That's what that is, and then like rose water, syrup, sometimes some honey, and that's all. It's all really.
Well, guys like yourself to the Bklava.
Yeah.
Go for that.
No,
right, go on. Next up, we've got.
Right, who have we got next?
Prospa.
Right, Prospa.
Because Yorkshire.
Yeah, because they're from Yorkshire, we had to get you Yorkshire tea, everyone.
Classic.
There we go.
Do you drink tea?
Do you drink tea? You don't? You'll have one. You'll have one. All right, I have to confess, I'm not the best tea maker. So, how do you like it?
Is it milk before or after?
Yeah.
Come on. Tea bag first.
Tea bag first, yeah.
Boil the water.
Yeah.
Put sugar in.
3 minutes.
I don't really time it, whenever you want.
Alright. I got you.
Sugar.
I got you. Sugar as well.
Just one.
Alright.
And then tiny bit of milk.
But when do you take the tea bag out? After how long? Do you
sorry,
push it against the sides?
Shit, that's important.
Do you know what I mean?
You do all that. Take the tea bag out before you put the milk in.
I used to push it against the sides, like to squeeze out more of the tea.
Get
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't drink tea anymore. I'm a bit bored of it.
Any other requests before I dig in?
That's all.
Alright, cool, I got you.
And then you and obviously.
Yeah.
Although we're boiling
That's
that's a good iron brew.
That's his stuff.
Quiz.
Mate, that's
there you go.
Unreal, mate.
It's like being in Scotland.
Yes.
Do you actually drink iron brew?
Yes, mate.
Obviously.
When you're hungover,
Oh, really?
cold bottle iron brew or a glass bottle, but original recipe, glass bottle, hungover, unbelievable, mate.
It actually does things, doesn't it? It actually works.
Unbelievable, mate.
It
cures you, mate.
I don't think I've ever tried
really?
iron brew.
No,
No.
tried it.
I want to try that. I'll try it next time.
Some iron brew.
No, I'm not hungover, but I'll try some next time. Next time I have a gig, or.
Is it cold? Is it cold though?
Sorry. Come on.
Sacked.
Where's the fridge at?
Right, whilst you're making the teas, we're getting drinks, we're getting settled, let's just talk about what you've been up to. Prospa boys, I've known you since 2017, I think.
Mate, long time now, isn't it, mate?
I know,
long
mate,
time,
I know,
man.
I
Nice
know.
to fucking see you, bro.
I remember walking to Creamfields and seeing you walking ahead of us. We came with my mum.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, that's that famous guy.
You had a Gucci backpack on. I was like, let's go.
No, it's fake. But that was you were brand new, fresh, obviously excited to play. Creamfield's thinking I'm famous, but now you guys are in private jets. I'm seeing. What's going on? How was New Zealand?
That was mad. Do you know what it is? The thing is, so we went to New Zealand. Yeah, for people who don't know, and we spent about almost 6 weeks there, something like that. But we spent about 2 weeks in quarantine originally when we first got there because that's just kind of the rules there, right? Wait, are you doing that with the tea bag in?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
So I fucked it up already.
Oh my days.
Harvey's gonna leave.
You have to make a new one, bro. You have to make a
Hold on a minute.
No way.
That's easier.
Is that wrong?
Pressure making a tea.
That's not bad though. That's good.
That's too much pressure, man.
That looks grim, that.
Can we just ASAP get the tea bag out there?
What do you say on the side?
There you go. That's enough. That's enough.
Squeeze
That's
it
enough.
down, squeeze
I
it
like
down.
that.
Yeah, there we are.
Is there sugar in there?
Yeah, so there's one sugar in there already. See? That's how we do it in South London. There you go.
Colour's a bit dark for me. Did you like it that dark?
He said, you wanted a splash, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, because you drink black coffee, don't you?
No.
No, you used No, I thought you drank. And anyways, we're talking about New Zealand. So yeah, we were there for about almost 6 weeks. We spent 2 weeks when we first got there in like an MIQ facility, which is their like version of quarantine. It was honestly like, I was a bit worried, before we went there. Thought it was going to be a bit, 2 weeks in the other side of the world, literally. Yeah. But it was so nice. People were amazing, so friendly, like genuinely really nice. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a difference coming from London, Everyone's a bit rude and that.
Yeah.
But so and then we was with Wilkinson, Scream, Friction. Who else was
Proper
with?
crew,
Am I forgetting someone?
Was it over Christmas and New Year?
Yeah, so we spent Christmas with
how
them.
was it like being away like Christmas?
It was weird.
Nah, do you know what?
We were in
Nothing.
our hotel on Christmas Day in the bright sun, like by the pool. We were
Getting
like,
burned.
This is great, but like, this is also
Do you know what I
really
mean?
weird.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Nah, and I'll say it with a full heart. Nothing beats a cosy English Christmas.
Yeah,
Literally.
I hear you on that.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, obviously, I've never really had a Christmas by the fire with the wind, like with the snow falling outside, but kind of what I imagine.
So visual, isn't it?
Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of what I imagine. But anyways, yeah, we had a great time. And Wilkinson over there, he's like an A-lister celebrity. So he sells out arenas, like it's crazy.
Come walk down the street with him.
And no, it's great. No, seriously, it's mad.
Come on, Mark.
It's mad, mate. And so we were like a bit of a crew, and we had this. I don't want to get too much into it because it'll take ages. But we had this one situation where we had to quarantine again because Dimensions basically came out. It was all over the news. It was mental, mate. Dimensions came out like for this dinner, and he ended up actually having COVID, and he was the first public case of Omicron in the whole country. Seriously, so we had to go back into quarantine, and for like another 5 days, we missed a couple shows. It was okay in the end, I nothing against Dimensions, he's a lovely guy, right? It was just a mistake. But it was crazy. We was in the hotel, we was in our quarantine facility. You turn on the TV and his face is plasters everywhere. Switch the thing. And it was like, on them films where someone's like in hiding, they're on the run.
Yeah.
And you like go back to your apartment and you turn on the TV and your face is plastered everywhere. It's like that.
God,
so extra.
it's not what I laugh at, but I feel really sorry for him.
No.
No, I do no, genuinely. We were like, no, we have nothing against him or anything, but
he messed up your talk.
kind of. Kind of.
Cost you a few
A little bit. A little bit.
Why we ended up getting the private jet is because on the day when we were meant to be, going and playing one of the festivals, all this just kicked off. Like we woke up at 9:30 and it was just like, and we was like, this is just like mental. And they basically worked a way where obviously we just had to get the private jet. Like,
Yeah, that's the best excuse.
You know
That is the
what I
best
mean?
excuse.
Obviously, you didn't want to do it, but they forced you on it.
But dragged us on there. It was so terrible. But no, we had.
No, it was a bit scary. To be honest, as fun as it was, when you're in a plane that small, mate, the turbulence.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was looking at this guy and I was
Wouldn't
like,
know,
right,
mate,
lads,
wouldn't
do you know
know.
what I mean? See you later. Yeah.
Bklava, you've been busy as well, supporting Fatboy Slim arenas. Like, how's that?
Oh, it was mental. My first experience in an arena. I didn't really know what to expect at all, but it was mad. Like, I don't know, all the crowds. I was on first, so I was expecting it to be really empty both times, or people just kind of coming in. But both shows were I don't know, people were there kind of early doors. I had a nice crowd.
Do you change your set or anything, or do you just play what you do, or do what you do?
Yeah, I think with every set I do, I I will create like a new folder, and yeah, change up my set every time. So I did actually for both sets, but yeah, still kept it very me, and yeah, it was fun.
just
still
a shitload of
on
people.
mic.
How did you find like
Yeah.
the crowd? You know, like playing to such a big crowd. You know, does it kind of feel different than when you're playing? I don't know, just like a normal rave or like a club show?
Yeah, it was. The reason I liked these crowds as well was because the age gap was quite wide. Like it wasn't, you know, when you go to, I mean, like clubbing is different like all around the world, but clubbing in like the UK, all the age bracket is just generally quite, you know, small, and it's all really young. You don't really get like you know, older people in the clubs. But yeah, for a Fatboy Slim like concert, obviously he's kind of got all like a big fan base from like young and old.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
really
yeah.
it was like, you know, parents with their kids and like, I don't know, big
that.
groups of people that were like different age groups.
But did he have his shoes on? He always DJs with his shoes off.
Yeah.
You just remembered that, didn't you? Oh yeah.
I swear. What,
Always, no matter
Yeah.
where he is.
What if
It's
it's
because he had the
cold,
big
though?
like smiley face as the stage as well,
Yeah.
and it looked, you know.
We did a couple
many
shows
shoes,
for
he
him,
looked so
and I
good.
mean, where were we? The grimiest club. Pasha.
That's not grimy. That's not grimy.
It's grimy for disciples. Anyway, the floor was disgusting. I mean, he came on at like 3 in the morning, and you know what a dance floor looks like.
He took his shoes off.
He took his shoes off.
Wow.
I don't know how he does it, but he actually like he feels the. I asked him about it after the gig. It's like he feels the music more when he has his shoes off. I kind of
He
get
feels
that.
it in his feet.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
But if someone spills a drink, that's a bit.
He doesn't give
soggy
a, he
socks.
doesn't give a fuck.
Soggy feet.
Honestly,
I actually
the
say.
floor was disgusting, and he was just like, yes.
That's
He must
fucking
have to get a
Just
new
get
pair of
in,
socks
like,
every.
yeah.
No socks, no shoes.
Oh,
He's
oh.
barefoot.
Oh.
He's barefoot.
Yeah, barefoot.
You never seen him DJ before? With his bare feet?
Not from his
I looked at his.
He's like famous. He's like famous for fucking
Yeah.
bare feet DJing.
Crazy.
If you wanted to
Fair
meet
play,
him,
bro.
you could just catch him in the toilets afterwards.
That's a bit
I
grim.
love that.
Ewan, tell me something good. Oh, sorry, I had to.
Yeah, mate, everyone says it, man.
No,
It's
it's
alright.
alright.
Everything I go through.
Sorry, but
It's all good, man.
Had to be done, didn't it?
listen, you got a game on Radio 1 named after that tune, so
Yeah, I know, mate. It's
just tell us one thing. Good.
You just gave me a bottle of Iron Brew, mate.
You guys, I think it's fair to say, are relatively new, some more than others, into the scene, and I feel like all three of you have, as much as the pandemic was, I don't want to talk about pandemic, but the last 2 years have been difficult for everyone in the scene. You guys seem to have like actually had it the other way. Like it's actually come good for you. So I think, you know, start with Ewan. A very odd time to break into the scene.
Yeah.
How did it feel? How did you do it?
I think, mate, I'd kind of come to a point where I was actually going to quit music before I released Street Rave with Patrick Toppin.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like, I was on the brink and nothing was really happening, and then Street Rave come out, and that was like my very first solo release. So I'd released on other labels before, but solo release, and then I was like, I've waited all this time, and a pandemic's hit. So that was like 6-7 years I've been doing music for. And then Street Rave came out, and it was it's like sink or swim. Like you either keep doing what I've been doing for the last 7 years, get my head down, I've got all this time now, there's no pressure, work harder, and just start making more music. And then Street Rave came out, and then I made Tell Me Something Good like the week after as well, in that year. And then obviously that came out last summer. So like I just seen it as like a point where I could just get more work done. Rather, because I think a lot of folk, it's like the hardest time as well for everybody. No clubs, hospitality on its arse. You could have just seen it negatively, but I think if I'd been doing it and in the scene for ages, I probably would have seen it as like, oh, I'm not getting money in, gigs are gone.
Yeah.
Whereas I seen it as more of a positive than a negative, really, and that's just how I got my head down.
And I've seen quite a few clips of you in the studio. You're a lonely producer. You produce on your own.
Yeah. So I used to.
Sounds sad, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I know, but like I think there's positives and benefits of working with someone. You two will know it yourselves as well. Like I used to be in a duo, like an acid house duo, and I would release on vinyl only, very underground. Like we would keep anonymous most part, wouldn't show our faces. And then I think being an underground producer, there's not as much. You're not in the spotlight as much. There's not as much gigs, so it's a grind.
Yeah.
So I've been in both worlds, and being a solo producer, that was the point for me to prove to myself what I could do, because I've been doing it for years as a duo. And then yeah, when it just came out, I was just like jamming, and I started getting right into it like when I was on my own, and then yeah, there's hundreds of videos. I just jump about my studio kind of do.
Yeah, I see that.
It's
It's
very
sick.
much what
Did
I
you
do.
know when you did Tell Me Something Good? Was there a point when you were producing it? You were like, are you
not
sure?
at all, mate.
There's a
No.
video of you playing it,
Everyone
and I'm
says
like, yeah,
that when
he
you know,
found
you
it at
know.
that point.
When you know, bullshit. Like you just make tunes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like if you are into the music and you love music,
Yeah.
you get a buzz off it, and that's what it's about for me. And when I made Tell Me Something Good, like, it's fucking Shaka Khan. I was like, no way I'm going to be able to release that, ever. So it's like, just as an edit for my sets, and then Patrick took it. It was when Livestream was blowing up, and he played it in a live stream for Terminal V in Edinburgh, and then everyone, the comments were just rattling down, what is this? And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
What am I going to do here? I'm never going to be able to release this. And then it just grew arms and legs, and that's where it started, really. Because I never thought it was honestly, just an edit, maybe pick things up in the party or whatever, and yeah, it's just became so much bigger.
Do you feel pressure to do another one of those now?
Do you know, everyone asks me that, Danny, and no, not at all, because I think it's different, like, if you're like a Lewis Capaldi or whatever, you release an album, you need to do better next time, right? But for me, like, my head is in underground dance music. It's like where I grew, where I learned all my stuff. So like, Tell Me Something Good is just a tune that grew out of my control, went into the commercial world where I'm not used to being. So like, people see that as success as being in the charts, but for me, success is playing in Sub Club or releasing on Optimo or like underground music, what I'm like ahead of, like a house head, you know what I mean? That's success for me. So if folks see it as like, his next tune's, like my next release is nothing like Tell Me Something Good, but that for me is like a dream on Optimo, whereas like, if I was in my head like, I need to do something bigger and Tell Me Something Good, I would just, like, it's just
But you know
so
what, though, like what you said,
man,
with Lewis Capaldi, we
do
have
that.
the luxury of being able to like have a record like that, but then dive back into our world. And just live there, and you know, just be loved by our fans. And we're such like, we're almost like a bit of an island where anything commercial that happens, great, fantastic, but we're an island at the end of the day, and we can come back to
make your own
our
lane,
place.
innit?
Yeah.
Well,
That's kinda, yeah.
Yeah, do you expect your tunes to be like your tunes on daytime radio as well? Like, it's,
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. It's an amazing feeling when it gets there, but I think we're just the same. Like when you make the song, you're just doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
And you're hoping that other people will catch on.
Yeah.
But I think over time, especially because obviously we came out with Prayer and we've had Ecstasy since, there is a bit of like getting in your own head, because I feel like one of our biggest competitors is ourselves, because you don't want to redo what you've already done, because the worst thing is people saying, they're just rehashing their own songs and all that sort of stuff. So you've kind of got to make something that is like what you've done, but different enough and fresh and original, even for yourself, and you still need to just be doing it naturally and keeping yourself happy the whole time.
That's
So
I
it is a
think
bit of a
for
battle.
sure.
100%. I think that's why you need to listen to yourself though, because see the same folk that'll be like, you're just rehashing the same stuff. See if you don't rehash the same stuff, we like that other one better. And it's
Yeah.
like, that's why you just don't listen to them, and just, if you just make music for yourself, I think that's when you come
Exactly.
good, really,
You can't
innit?
please everyone.
be authentic. Like,
Exactly.
basically, is the
Exactly,
bottom
mate.
line. You've had a good sort of last 2 years as well coming
It's
through.
been
The
nice,
EP
it's
is
been
going
good.
good. Talk to us about the hustle though, because like it's for a lot of people, the same for all of you. Like it seems like bang, you have a track, you have a hit, and like you just overnight success. But like what went on for you before that? Like how long has it taken to get to a point to be releasing on Ministry of Sound?
Yeah, it was, I don't know, the journey's been weird. I mean, I've always been a singer, like first and foremost, like from, I don't know, since, the moment I could like speak. So for me, I was like, I don't really see any other vision other than I just need to sing whatever I do. And then like when I started getting like really into dance music, I was like 15, 16, I was like in like the dubstep kind of world and the house music. And then I started like looking up loads of old like 90s. I got really invested in like 90s garage house, like US house as well, and like from then I was like really inspired by everyone that was all the singers that were on these tracks, and I started DJing, and I never really thought about putting DJing and singing together really. I did start singing, I think when I was, I don't know, maybe like 17, 18, singing like over other people's like sets.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then but like not, I didn't really make it like a big feature on like my on my sets that just then. And it wasn't really until like I met like my team really, and then we were just like, well, yeah, why not just put the two together? And it just, because I was battling for ages, like, do I want to be a singer? Do I now want to take up DJing? Because I really love DJing. And
that's literally that's the same problem. That's not a problem. It's a nice problem to have. We, the Disciples, we started off doing everything ourselves, our own vocals, own beats, own everything, and then it got to, so we did a few EPs, and then it got to a stage where we had a record called They Don't Know, which got to number 24. I think Danny championed it actually.
Never heard it, mate.
And that's with our vocal in it. And then so everyone was like, just keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. But then we were producers at the end of the day, and we had a session with Ina Rolson, who then ended up writing How Deep Is Your Love.
Tell the story.
No,
Please. There's a sick story, but come on,
we ain't got no time.
Please tell the story.
But let me just, on this point, so then we thought, fuck, but we do our own vocals, what are we going to do about this one? It was like, it's too good not to have her on it and just have it as a Disciples record. We made that shift to say, right, if it fits our voice, we will sing it. If it doesn't and we love it, we will still put it out with the dopest artist. And that's how I made the decision. So the fact that you made a decision to sing on your own stuff, will you actually ever not do that? Will there be a time where I might come into the studio and say, let me sing something in it?
I don't know. I haven't gotten there, but like, yeah, I'm open to whatever. So I think this has just been like a nice blend for me, because I sing like on my sets as well, like live. So it's kind of like a live and like, I don't know, like a live like club
it's
experience
like
as well.
thing.
It's like my
So
happy blend of like both worlds. Like you're going to a gig, but you're also going to a club night. It's kind of like what I wanted. So it ended up working out well for me, like blending those worlds together.
What did you guys do before, like, you actually able to give up? I know this is well documented, you gave up your day job, it's all over Instagram. Like, what did you all do before you were like, took this as like a serious, or your full-time career?
I was just telling them in the back that I was doing teaching at uni, and then
You're teaching?
Yeah.
What were you teaching?
Primary teaching.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So all across all the subjects.
Yeah.
Right.
Primary 1 to 7 in Scotland. As I don't know, it's like year 1 or something, year 2, whatever. Got my degree, and then phoned my mum and said I want to be a DJ.
And she said,
I fucking want to be a DJ. What the fuck do you mean? Do you know how fucking hard that is? And now she's got to go in the house, she fucking get TM, SG, balloons blowing up and all that.
Oh, wow.
I know it's cool,
That's
but
cool.
yeah, she was a dick at first. Right?
What about you guys? What did you do?
I mean, mate, we've been doing Prospa for quite a long time now, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's been like over 8 years now. So we started when we were 16. And funnily enough, we kind of always we always actually treat it like a full-time job, even when we're so young, because, you know, we knew each other from like the band scene in Leeds. But I think like when it started to actually go well was obviously, about 3 years ago, maybe around the time we started.
Yeah.
2017.
We were basically at uni to be.
Yeah, we were at uni.
Okay,
pretty much.
Yeah, I was doing a few like kitchen portering jobs, like get some money, which sucked. But other than that,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah, exactly, man. But yeah, so we were pretty lucky, to be honest, that as we came out of university, we obviously had this
It was
amazing
literally the
opportunity.
perfect
It was literally
timing.
perfect timing, like as in like a space of months. Do you know what I'm saying? And then
Amazing.
we just had it all presented to us, and we were fortunate enough to be able to stay in London and keep doing what we're doing and live the dream every day. To be honest,
Nice.
yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
What did you do?
I've just had every kind of shitty job, really. Up until that point. Like, I went through so many different jobs. I've been like a waitress, working in retail. Waitress was like the worst job that I've ever had. Like, hospitality is rough for everyone, I think. But before I was like doing this full time, I was like a supervisor at office shoe shop.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Discount?
bit of like a good discount.
Still getting it?
Bit of a sneakerhead. So that was like spending all my money on shoes really.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just mad now to like actually be able to do this full time
That is
and like
It can
leave
happen.
that world
It
behind.
can happen. Yeah.
Danny, what did you do actually?
Oh my god, I was at uni as well.
Uni.
Where
Yeah.
at? Where?
Edge Hill, Liverpool. Come on.
Aren't you from Blackpool originally?
Yeah,
right?
I am from Blackpool. Went to the uni in Liverpool, and then started putting on my own parties after.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so you kind of always from education and just went straight into music and
Exactly right. Yeah.
How long ago?
I'm not telling you that, man.
No, go on, tell us, man, tell us.
When did you?
I remember seeing photos of you with a V-necks on.
That's how long ago it was.
V-necks.
When did you decide you wanted to be on radio? Like, how did that happen?
That was a complete accident. It was a DJ competition on Radio 1, and I won that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I love that people don't remember that now, because that's what people always used to remember me for, was like, oh, you the guy who won the competition. And after like 3-4 years of being on radio, I was like, yeah, that's not why I got the show. So you know we do a beef every year. The prize was to play at Ushuaia. So I played that gig, and then, I don't know, they just like rang me up and like, do you fancy doing like a demo, a pilot? And I was like, well, yeah, all right. And then they brought back Dance Anthems in 2012. So I hosted that for 5-6 years. Because at the time you had like Calvin Harris, Swedish House Mafia, you know, all these massive dance artists popping through, but like Annie and Pete on a Friday would always lean towards like the more cool end. So they needed someone to come and represent like the big commercial names, and that's what I originally did before moving to Fridays eventually. So.
And what year was that?
2012. no, honestly, it's my 10-year anniversary on Radio 1 this year.
Oh, really? What day?
Oh man, it's not about me, it's about you guys. So I want to talk about sampling in dance music, which I know is like a topic that gets discussed a lot.
It does.
But I feel like between you, because you know, your breakthrough tune, massive sample, you know, you guys were a bit of both, and you're like, you know, all original stuff. So I don't know, I was trying to get like a bit of a debate going.
It's a hard one. If we had someone here who sampled and it was shit, it'd be even better. But you all
I'm sure I've done a few bits.
But you have actually. But yeah, every piece of work you guys have done, I've fucking loved. From Tell Me Something Good, yeah.
Tell us a story about. I know you just touched it, but like, did it ever concern you that, or about using that sample?
How on earth did you clear that? Actually?
Yeah, who paid who? Tell me.
So I'd had the a cappella for about 4 years, up like before I made it, and I made a really shit version with it, and I just canned it, and I was like, I'm never going to use it, but I always knew the vocal had like magic in it, so I was like, oh, it's going to be class. And then like as well, I've always wanted to make a point of like featuring the artist on it, so I was like, oh, can we not just feature Shaka Khan on it, talk to her about it? Like, fucking no way, right, cool, that's out the window. Sound, not going to be able to do that. So we had to get it resung, so that was like Trick paid to get that resung.
Sorry, I'm just imagining in the studio like an engineer going to a vocalist. You just can't sound like Shaka Khan.
She's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, when I got it back, I was like, what the fuck? How has she replicated that? And like in a day as well.
Wow.
So got that back.
I didn't even know that was a reason.
But then like, see, because like I make a point of making my music sound kind of raw and not as clean produced. Like I just feel like sometimes it lacks in soul if the music is so well produced that it doesn't get the rawness over. So I wanted like the original vocal, and then when it got resung, it kind of sounded a bit more kind of commercial, and I was like, that kind of takes it away.
It always does, yeah.
So I was roughing the vocal up, and then I wasn't happy with it, obviously, and it took me about a month for me to get my head round that this new vocal was what it was going to be. So I just had to accept it, and it was either I just don't let it come out, or I go and bite the bullet and go, right, I need to let the tune come out. So I did, and like the process it wasn't that long, but then on the back of that, all the publishing goes to. So then you have to go to the money, and you're like, I'm not going to get much for this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Ministry signed it and licensed it with me and Trick. So that's just how it all came. And then Ministry cleared the vocal in like 2 weeks or something like that. And that's how it really get cleared, because there was a point, if that had not got cleared, it could have just been
Wouldn't
like
have come
who what was that tune? Michael Beebe did that big tune.
Hanging Tree.
Hanging Tree.
Exactly. Yeah. And that got taken down.
It's not streaming anymore, is it?
Exactly. But that could have happened with some good after, like that wee point in between, taken down, and that's just kind of how it came about. But it's mental sampling, like stuff like that, because I used the full vocal. Sorry, some of the tunes I used the Dorian concept. I used 0.5 seconds of a sample. And I got charged like more than I've ever had to pay for anything, do you know what I mean? And it was like a noise, you know what I mean? So like,
crazy.
Whereas like the Shaka Khan full thing was publishing, so it's a minefield as well. You just need to play the game, man, and then just.
Well, you guys did the Lita Holloway, didn't like?
Yeah.
So
we had to re-sing that. I mean, we are super experienced with the whole re-sing thing. It's just like, I feel like when you're in the world, it's just like, that's just like the standard, because you know you're going to lose so much on publishing, because at the end of the day, the people, and in many ways it's fair enough. Like you are using the full vocal. Like that's so much of the song revolves around that. But they have the power, to do whatever they want. They could say 100% or it's not coming out. Yeah. So on publishing side, you're really at their, whatever they want to do, you have to accept. But at least with the master side, when you get it resung, you can keep it.
It's never as good though, man. And I feel like obviously all of our tracks, most of that, I think Love Someone wasn't. We didn't actually get it resung in the end, did we?
I can't remember.
No, we didn't actually get it resung, that one. But
did they know?
Say again. But no, yeah, they do know. Yeah, they've got anyways. But so obviously we've got like tracks that we're working on at the minute, and it's kind of just a bit long in it because it's like you just have to accept that you're gonna have to get it resung. And
is it because you start, not necessarily start, but you start with the vocal to inspire you to make the record?
Well, kind of, yeah. It's always like a bit of both. It's like we'll kind of start with the vocal or like a bit of music. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then it kind of just goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
I think we definitely like to have the vocal in there early because you build the track kind of around it most of the time. You know what I mean? But I mean the worst is like now we've got a couple of tracks where we're like sampling 2 people and it's just like, oh shit, God, what's gonna happen?
No, literally, honestly, we've got a lot of tracks coming up where it's like, I don't even know how this is gonna sound because there's so many things that I just do not believe you can re-sing, and even like even when they come back and it's like, wow, that does kind of sound similar, it's just not the same. And even when you try to rough it up and that, man, like you can do it to a point, but there's just like there's so many small, minute details that you just cannot replicate at all. Like properly put through an actual tape machine. Do you know what I mean? Like ripped off vinyl, then ripped off wherever. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's so many.
Sometimes the DIY methods do just sound better, character-wise.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely, I fully agree with that. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one, like with all this stuff that we've got coming up. But I don't know, man. Hopefully. There's a couple tracks that we kind of just don't even want to get resung. And at this point, I'm kind of just like, I don't even really care about like the money about. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if they take 90%, mate, like if it's actually going to make the track better with certain songs, I actually don't really care because, mate, what are you going to make from Spotify anyway? £2. You know?
That's a whole other show, by the way. I think that is a whole
£2.
It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's true, yeah.
Like what? Like a million streams is going to make you like. After all the splits, your label, your manager, this, that, like, there's just, you end up with like a $5 anyway, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like, you might as well just keep the sample in, and like, if the track's better, then obviously the track will probably do better. You'll get more bookings and make money off that anyway, do you know?
That's what it's all about anyway, right?
Exactly. That's the model now, innit? So it's like, I don't know.
How do you feel about sampling?
Yeah, because I guess you don't have a re-sing problem because you sing all your own top line.
Look at you. I have got something coming out soon, actually, in a couple of weeks with Obscure. I've had to like re-sing like a Debbie Harry track. Yeah, I know. And she had to listen to my vocal, clear it all. And that's kind of my first.
It must feel nice though that the original artist has listened to you and gone, actually, yes.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mad moment. I just kept telling everyone like, Debbie Harry's listened to me. But yeah, I've never really like had to do anything like that before, or like really use anything in my music. Everything that I've done has always just been me. So yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't think there's any limit to it. Like I love hearing a good like sample little edit.
Yeah, when it's done well, it's done well. And we were having a bit of a debate yesterday, weren't we, about whether sampling is just part of the dance culture anyway in general. Like if you date it back like 20, 30, 40 years, we were kind of remixing, well, not me because I wasn't born then, but we were kind of remixing.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, shut up. We were remixing other people's songs, other people's vocals, even taking certain sample beat ideas, and it's all part of it anyway. It's just when it's done badly or when it's done just to try and get a quick hit just because really pisses me off.
It's me. I think you can sample, but you have to be creative with the sample. If you listen to like the 80s and the 90s especially, they were all sampling acid house and like all that as well, and the bass lines were the same, but like creatively, if it's done right, it can sound so good. Yeah. But I think if they're not creative with it and they just drop the fucking bass line in the tune, it's like it's so naff to me as well, because you know yourself, being in the studio, you work for hours and you warp a sample and you do this to try and not make it sound like that, but you still get the essence. And then someone will just come, drop it in, and that's it. And it's like, mate, what?
I know, not to name names or certain labels, but
Go on.
like, you see it on like Beatport, don't you?
just
You're like,
creatively
how have they
draining,
got
man.
away with that?
Exactly. It's
Because you got you guys and obviously you that are like, they're working away like to come up with something fresh and original. Even if you're using a sample, you can make something original. Like, and then someone just does a copy.
What's annoyed me though is that I've fucking used it during a DJ set because the set wasn't going well. So I've used a bait sample drop, and then it fucking went off.
Yeah.
Everyone was loving it. Do you know what I mean? I was like,
mental.
I'm
But
there behind the
that's
deck going,
different, man. I know. But then I always like think about like Dr. Dre, right, was like one of my biggest inspirations
Yeah.
growing up and all that.
Yeah.
The way he samples is unbelievable,
Yes,
and that is creative sampling as well.
and
So like,
Kanye as well, yeah.
if you look at how he does it as well, you can take that. Some of the techniques in that he uses, you can take that over to electronic music. As
Oh
well.
no, I feel like I definitely feel like a lot of this sort of our genre of music is definitely inspired by that. Me and Gosha, we're massive Jay Dilla fans. Like, no, like absolutely,
Really?
like no, pretty much like my favorite producer of all time. Do you know what I'm saying? And like the way he samples is just mad, and it's just done in like all of his music is just samples, but it's done in such a crazy way,
That's
man.
it, yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about Fatboy Slim earlier, one of the geniuses of sampling.
Exactly.
Todd
yeah.
Edwards as well, another
Yes.
one. He's
Who
got
else
his
can we
own,
name?
like, style.
So many different ones. I want to move it on and talk about recently the Brit Awards happened and the dance category was back, Best Dance Artist, for the first time in 16 years, which I think is a reflection of how big electronic and dance music is at the moment. Congratulations to Becky Hill, by the way, who won. How do we feel about awards in dance music? Is it important? Is it not? What do you feel about it?
I don't know. I think it is because it's nice to see that representation, and it was. I feel like dance music's always been important, and it was kind of strange that it's not been in for so long. I know it's not included in the Mobo Awards as well, which like baffles me as well. I don't really understand that. But there were also like other new like genres that got put into the Brits this year as well, and some of them kind of felt like all the categories were like it was representative, but I feel like maybe could have gone deeper on some of the other categories, like dance included, because I know some of the categories had like 10 people. And then like some of the other categories had like 5, but there are so many people killing it at the moment. So I don't know. I thought it was nice to see, and it was nice to see like Becky Hill like be awarded.
Yeah, that speech was like, I don't know, I was almost crying myself. And
Yeah. It is. I think it's not essential, but it's important.
Yeah. Well, you won a few, didn't you, last year, Ewan? How did that feel?
Do you know, I never really like thought I'd care before I got them. But my opinion was like, it's just what it is. Like, it's cool. I like seeing folk do well as well. So like, when they've been out, like the DJ Mag, I was nominated for one, and other folk won it. But like, I was buzzing for them, man. I was like, oh, that's class. Like, well done. And then I got one. When you gave me that one, Danny, I was like, burst into tears, man. Like, I got into the whole.
I'm so happy we kept that a secret as well.
It's different. It's different. See when it's in your fucking hands,
Yeah,
like
it's different, isn't it?
that. Because that had been like 8 years work to get like that plaque, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is a great feeling, but like I'm not sure it's essential, but I think with such a big part of the scene, like so many fans go to so many festivals, so many clubs, like why are we not respected more? Like that's kind of
It's quite mad, isn't it? Because when you think about it, like dance music, unless I'm just like completely in my own world, but like when you think about the festivals and stuff that happen, how many big events are actually like dance music? Like when I think about it, like
around the world.
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think
Well, Reading and Leeds was always a rock band festival. Now they got dance stage, Disclosure headlining.
oh mate, no, literally, man, literally.
Yeah.
It is interesting to see, but
I think it's rude, to be honest. The fact that we haven't been included. Like every call I get from a manager, a label exec, or an A&R is, can we have a dance remix of? Can we have this? Can we have this?
Yeah.
They dip into our world and then don't give us the respect we deserve. What the fuck is that about?
I think if anything, there needs to be more categories for dance at the Brits. You know, like the
I
music.
agree with
Obviously,
that.
all the people that were nominated, all amazing artists. but you know, you're not going to go see Becky Hill at Fabric. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I think that needs to be there as well, just as much in
Yeah.
itself.
Why?
in
Why?
its own right.
Why do you think it is like that? Why do you think that Fabric and stuff and all these, they don't win awards in that area? Like, is there a reason, or do you think they
That's
just
because
like
Brits
keeping them
is
in their
safe.
lane and we've got our lane? Is that what you think it is? It's weird, man, isn't it?
Tailored to like commercial music.
It's pop. It's pop
I
dance.
know-
like
I know
as a
that, but,
subgenre.
like,
Yeah.
It's also a
But
TV
why?
show in a way as well. So people who are watching kind of have to know the song or the person in order to care about
Which is
watching it in the
understandable.
future.
It's understandable because
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's pitched out to like your average person who might not know about floating points or whatever.
But it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
misrepresentation,
yeah.
isn't it? It's a
Deeper, yeah.
misrepresentation of what actually is going on in
Yeah,
our scene.
you look at like Pash It Toppin,
Yeah.
you mentioned selling out like tens of thousands of tickets worldwide. Like, what was Cardiff Castle, like 8,000 or so? Like, do you know what I mean? Some of the artists that were nominated, no disrespect, but like would struggle as well.
But then he goes to the Barrowlands in Scotland and Glasgow as well, where he's not from, sells it out as well. But if you look at like Oasis, Liam Gallagher, like all those
Yeah.
folk have been in the Barrowlands, famous for selling it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Patrick's like
Yeah.
doesn't get this. Do you know what I mean? That's that.
But also,
respect.
I
It's
bet you, like
where-
in
where
other
does it-
genres as well, like hip hop, folk, singer-songwriter, they'll have the same battle as well. They'll be like, oh, but they didn't know about this person, and that person should have got a look in.
Yeah, I thought that about the rock category as well.
Yeah.
I was like, this is slacking.
yeah.
So do you think
Yeah.
the 5 names don't represent dance music as it should have done?
Who were they?
Do we, Ray, Fred again, Calvin, Becky Hill, obviously the winner, and Joel Curry.
No, man, no.
I
mate,
think they do
no,
represent
definitely-
dance, but
no,
only
they definitely
one
represent,
type
man.
of dance. Like, it's
It's commercial
so many
radio
subgenres
dance,
of
isn't it?
dance. It's really hard to like pick all these people from different areas and kind of put them into this one, you know, award.
Because then
But-
do we
They're
include?
trying to do that though. You know, like
Yeah.
from those 5, it's like, okay, let's get someone who might be more of a DJ vibe, and then we've got someone who's just a singer songwriter.
Yeah.
doing on a dance
But you
party.
know what's sad?
Just
That's
split
all
up the
just
categories.
house though.
Yeah.
What about the other
Yeah, literally.
drum and
Yeah.
bass? What about? Do you know what I mean?
Real
True.
talk.
Then you have to
True.
real.
It's true.
Yeah, it's all just house music at one.
Yeah.
So-
That's why it's weird to put it all into one category.
Well, just quickly, actually, I guess Fred again, although he's had massive tunes, he's I guess more the most underground artist on that list. Like you worked with him, I saw you in the studio with him. How was it? Like, just how talented is he?
No, he's a sick guy, man. He's
Yeah.
a proper lovely guy.
Genius.
He
mate,
just
absolute
lives for the
genius.
music, do you know what I mean? And we've gone in and done quite a couple of sessions with him now. We've got like a little EP with him in the works. It's pretty
Nice.
much finished. We're just like getting it mixed down and all that.
Yeah.
But mate, he's a sick guy, and you know the thing that I think's great about him is that he just the relationship he kind of has, especially you know with putting out music, is just he'll finish something, boom, send it to his label, put it out. Do you know what I mean?
It's just a quick, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas you know we're a lot of us, certain people are in these situations where there's always like these timelines.
Everyone wants to plan. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone wants to plan, and I get that. Obviously, sorry, my managers, yeah. But like, I don't know. Sometimes you should just let us artists decide. And if it comes out bad, then fair play. Do you know what I'm saying?
We should have listened to you.
But yeah, it's interesting, man.
Well, the whole Brits thing ties into what Planet B is. Now, the show's called Planet B. We haven't really said what Planet B is.
No, we
Obviously,
haven't.
we've got the planet here. It's an ideological place where the best products of electronic music live. So every show, it'll be a different category. And we thought the best one to start with would be Alternative Brit Award nominee. Yeah. So like, if you were on the panel deciding who goes in what category for the dance category, who would you put in to best represent the scene?
Basically,
So-
how it should have been.
Yes. And then, so it actually, this is where you sort of pit against each other because you're going to suggest someone, and then we're going to talk it through in 10 minutes because we're running out of time, and then we'll decide.
We'll decide.
Who should, only one contender can actually go on Planet B. So over the series, it'll be made up of the best products. Nothing against the other contenders, but where are my little things? There they are. So, go on.
Who's going to
Bklava,
kick us off?
Bklava, yeah. Who have you gone for?
Right,
Who would
this
you
was
like
a
to
very
see?
difficult decision, but my choice ended up being Anne's.
Ooh.
Yes. Good choice.
choice? Yeah, that was my choice as well.
Good choice.
Here's Anne's in a cut out. I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
She's great. I love her.
Yeah,
So
she's a winner, like for sure.
Well,
I
not yet.
mean,
We Duvall decided.
Yeah.
So, why is she a winner?
I am really drawn to artists, producers, anybody that's really truly at their core multi-genre, multifaceted, and just really, you can just tell they love music and draw from different angles of, you know, music as a whole, and like dance music even, you know. I don't know, you haven't got an expected sound with her. Like, it still sounds like her when she releases something, but I don't know, you'll be like, what's it going to be next? Like garage, jungle, breaks, like, who knows?
She's just
and
a rave.
that's
And
what I
then
love.
and then she's go full pop with You Could Be. Like,
And
amazing.
that, like. And
But even that
it's-
has a notion of it. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And,
think she represents what especially more like younger ravers feel about genres within dance. Like, it used to be like you like drum and bass, or you like house, or you like techno, or whatever. And now, just like, it's whatever. And if it's a good tune, it's a good tune.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm trying to be impartial.
All-rounder.
Good choice.
So you said you went with Anne's as well?
Yeah, well, we do have the other option as well.
All right, do you want to give us the other option?
Yeah, so the other option was Over Mono, who we both like.
They're just
equally
sick,
as
man.
much.
They're sick. Because you know what, what, like, for example, you know, in Bicep, we're really starting to get their hype, right? Like, everyone was talking about them, everyone was going to see them. Felt like they had like a really amazing, like, just moment in all the clubs, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what's happening with Overmono at the minute.
Okay.
Not to really compare them, but I just feel like that, like, special, they've got like that, I don't know, they've just got something special about them, and I think the music that they're making is just absolutely sick.
Where are they from?
Diamond Cut. Diamond Cut.
Where are they from?
Where are they from? I'm not sure.
They live.
Yeah,
One of them lives in Devon because
Ireland.
they were at Devon
Ireland.
Analog Studio the night before I was there.
All right.
Oh, sick.
One of them lives in Devon, but I don't know if they're from there.
Okay. Well, I thought you lived in Scotland, but you don't.
No, I don't.
You're just from Irish. Yeah, we just confirmed that they are Irish. Should know that. But
Great choice.
I know,
Just a
but just
great
love the
choice.
music. Love the music. Yeah.
Tough one. Have you played them on your show?
Yeah, of course. Diamond Cut.
Most
recent.
of course.
Shout out to Baby
Yeah,
as
they're
well.
unbelievable.
You got to throw a span in the works because I think everyone's going to agree with you as well. We'll also agree with each
These
other.
are like all
aren't
my
we?
choices as well.
Okay,
I can
okay.
see
It's going to be
already.
hard to find a winner, but
Let's
put your
hear it.
best case forward for.
Tisha.
Hey.
100%.
Good choice.
I think if I was to pick a nominee, I wouldn't just look like for productions. I would look at how they perform on stage, what their DJ sets are like in terms of diversity. I'd be hard pushed to find someone better than Tisha just now. Her productions are unbelievable. They speak for themselves as well. So the combination of the two is why I would nominate Tisha in with all those other names, and I think she should have a chance as well because she smashed it. Like,
Yeah.
I can't find a other like better artist recent times right now than Tisha.
Sick.
Yeah, I've got nothing else to add really. You speak for herself, she's everywhere. She's probably the most in-demand like electronic artist at the moment. Anyone you'd like to add? Put you on the spot here because we didn't even discuss this.
Myself, actually, I'd like to.
I'm gonna make you are a guest on the show. You can't put yourself on Planet B, but I'm gonna say you because if we're
thanks,
going
mate.
on, biggest tunes of the year and all that, you should be on there.
Yeah.
We decide now, don't we? Right. So we've got Anne's Over Mono and Tisha.
Okay.
It is it's hard. All amazing.
That is
I don't want to argue about it because we're
Yeah,
good
don't
friends with
argue
Tisha,
about it.
man.
Go
Come
for
on.
it.
No, I fully agree with what you're saying about Tisha. You know, I genuinely do. She's, but I could also kind of say the same thing about
You
Overmono.
could,
Do you know what I mean?
It's gonna
but-
kick off.
All of them are sick.
and even Anne's. So I'm not deciding. Tisha is great though. Tisha is proper great.
Should we like whittle it down and go for like third place and then decide?
so tough.
We'll just go straight.
Don't do it.
Put me on the
Actually, for the reasons I said for Tisha, the other two.
Well, we need to
people
lose
as
one
well.
to make it a coin flip.
Nah, man.
All right,
Put
we'll
them behind
decide.
your back and then we'll
That's tough. Yeah,
choose.
you two
Like,
decide.
yeah.
We'll decide. On three, say the name. 1, 2, 3.
Over
and.
Mono. Oh.
All right, so it's out of those two.
Yeah,
No.
'cause you know
As
it's
in,
No,
Tisha, you
for the
know
third
it's
place, I was
Tisha.
going for.
I was going for first.
Oh right.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, that's
That's fucked it now.
I was going to say between these two. Personally, I was going to say.
All right,
between
cool.
those two.
Let's go with those two.
No, I mean they are Over Mono are amazing. This is why it's
And they're
hard.
safe.
Yeah.
They're having such a moment as well at the minute, bro. They're having such a moment in the.
I don't know,
especially
you
live.
decide.
They
I don't
sell
know.
like
Alright.
fucking thousands of vinyls.
Alright, because
themselves.
this-
It's insane.
This kind of for me relates to the Brits and what we were saying about misrepresentation or underrepresentation about music. I feel one of these kind of transcends all dance music in one.
Fair.
all dance music.
Obviously
It's
not.
not just it's not just house, it's not just techno, it's not just drum and bass, not just acid, whatever it is, it's an amalgamation of all of it, and for me it has to be Ans.
I would have said, let's just vote then out of these two. Sorry, Overman. Yeah.
Alright, it's a tough one. But
I would have said T.
I'm going
I would have
Ans.
said T. I would have said Tisha.
Two
Just
can't go up.
celebrate all the
it has to be.
women.
It's the first person in Planet B. It's a special moment, so it has to be the right person.
Someone got a coin.
Do you want to flip for it?
It could be either.
I can't decide.
Fuck it. Let's flip for it.
Yeah,
Let's flip for it.
Put them all in.
We can't. Only
No, but they
entry will
deserve
only
to
allow
be
one
up there,
admittance.
every
Let's
single
flip.
one of
Let's
them.
flip for it.
I haven't got a coin. Anyone got a coin?
Okay.
We don't carry
Imagine how
cash.
sick our
Sadie
Brit
says,
Awards
anyone
would
got a
have been,
coin?
man.
We don't carry cash.
Our Brit Awards would have been unreal.
Someone
Do you
must
reckon
have
this
a
is
coin.
how people decide who like gets the place?
Imagine if we were the actual Brits.
All
right?
right, no, just like the top of the label execs just deciding like this.
Right.
I'll hold these up for the cameras.
Heads for T, tails. No,
Oh,
tails for
no.
Tisha. 'cause
That's
it's
a good
sort of-
idea.
And heads for Ans.
I think it's the only fair way, to be honest.
Oh, that was right. I'm gonna do it again. The rubbish throw. Ah! I used to be a goalkeeper. What do you say? Tails for Tisha, heads for Ans.
Mm-hmm.
First person onto Planet B is Tails, Tisha.
Hey!
It was the only way we were going to decide it, right? We'll do the honours.
Winner, winner. Right in the middle.
Stick.
Right in the middle.
There we go.
There you go. T is on. Time for AOB.
What's that?
Any other business?
Okay.
Which basically just you guys saying what you got coming up, plugging any shows, any tunes, or anything you want to say. The time is yours. What have we got? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So, what? Releases,
American
shows.
tour.
American tour. Oh yeah, American tour.
Just make sure the routing is right. When I did that, I came home half dead.
Okay.
Oh, you always do that.
Oh, the routing has to be right on that one.
It's looking good. I've got
Yeah.
like 5 days space to chill in New
Oh,
York
have you?
and LA as well, and every other date is like moving on.
Oh, okay.
What's the next release we can look forward to?
I've got a track coming out with Obscure in a couple weeks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I've heard it. It's good.
yeah. I'm excited for that one.
Sick.
And then
Can I mention the other one?
yeah, go on.
The
Elfie Jovi.
Elfie
yeah.
Jovi. Well, I just had to mention it. I love that tune.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's who I'm touring with, and we've got a release called Sinner coming out as well around the time that I'm going. So yeah, proper looking forward to that.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
You guys?
Yeah, we've got track out next week actually, so I think by the time everyone sees this, it'll be out. Yeah, it's with our boy Ketema.
Nice.
Yeah, we linked up, had a day together in the studio, and just made something really special in our eyes. Like it was a great blend of all our music.
It's weird.
our
It's like
two styles.
trancey, futuristic.
140 BPM, like it's
I
mad.
don't even know how to describe it. It's really weird, but it's sick though. It's going to be good. Yeah, buzzing
Love
for
that.
it. Yeah.
And then Heaven.
Yeah, we're doing our live stuff at the
Yeah.
minute. So we've got quite a lot of live dates actually. We've got Primavera, Melt Festival, Heaven in London.
Yeah. Do you ever worry about
sold
doing it
out
live?
now.
Like DJing is like quite simple. Let's be honest. Live, whole new level. Like.
Look, we come from bands. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
of
that's
course. Any advice for like you done live?
Yeah, I was saying to you earlier, just make sure you keep it as minimal as possible. Just you two on stage is perfect. You come from a band orientation anyway, so you should be comfortable. Just make sure there's a limited amount of people in your crew, because when you move that from place to place, it just becomes a headache.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's all about you and your music and the sound that comes out the speaker at the end of the day. So yeah, just keep it real minimal.
Of course, man. Of course.
Ewan, we mentioned your EP, Optimal Music.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
playing in Belfast tomorrow, and the Optimal EP comes out, which is like a dream for me.
Off the back of having such a big tune, I know you guys have experienced it as well. Like this summer must be like, you must look at your diary and be like, shit.
It's fucking mental. Yeah, it's absolutely fucking mental.
What are
Right,
the
and
highlights? What is one gig actually that you look at and you go, wow, I wish. I'm so happy I'm playing that gig. Like,
I don't know if I can see it, mate, to be fair. Well, can I see it?
yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Right, so I went to Creamfields for 5 years just as a punter, and then I got my offer through yesterday, and it's fucking mental, mate. Like, it's mental. So I'm buzzing with that, and then yeah, just mainly every festival you'd want to play, that I would want to play, I'm playing. And then cool clubs as well, because I want to stay like into the underground clubs. Like I've got my sub club residency coming up again, and then I've got releases all year again, because like my whole thing has been a heavy release schedule, and I've got that many tunes, like, and they're all dipping and diving out of every genre again and out different labels. So like I've got a tune called El Bombo that's coming out in Diplo's label after the Optimo, so I'm going like really underground and then a bit more up and then a bit more down. I'm just going to keep doing it again.
Next year you might be nominated
just having
for a
fun,
Brit.
mate. Yeah. No, I'm just having fun, mate, and that's what I'm going to keep doing.
Sick. That's it. It's been fun, hasn't it? First one.
brilliant.
Thanks
Cheers
for having
for
us,
having
mate.
us.
Thanks.
We decided that Tisha, I mean, I think we're in sort of unanimous.
Yeah.
We all agree.
Very well.
Tisha, first person artist onto Planet B, and they are the dance artist for our alternative Brits if we were on the panel. Thank you, Bklava, Prospa, Ewan McVicar for joining us. See you next time. It's been fun. Loved it. We were great, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, loved it.
So if you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, hit that like button, also comment, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can keep updated with all our
Tell
new
everyone about
videos. Exactly. Also, follow us on our socials at Welcome to Planet B.
Yes, thank you again to our guests, Bklava, Prospa, Ewan McVicar for being on the first episode, and we'll see you next time on Planet B.
Peace.